I used to get so frustrated with English idioms. I'd hear someone say things like break a leg or bite off more than you can chew, and I'd just freeze. I'd pause the video, rewind, Google, still confused. I remember once I heard someone say, "It's raining cats and dogs," and I literally looked outside the window. I thought, where? I thought's when it hit me. Idioms aren't just English, they're emotion, they're culture, they're real life, squeezed into a few strange words. Welcome back to From Me to English, a space where we keep things real and grow together through honest stories and small wins. Today, I want to take you into a challenge I gave myself. Learn and feel 10 tricky idioms in one day. Not just memorize them, but also understand how they're used, what they really mean, and how to make them part of your English naturally. And hopefully you'll walk away feeling like idioms aren't so scary after all. Let's begin with one of the strangest. Break a leg. It sounds violent, but no, it means good luck. Actors say it to each other before a performance. One time I had a job interview and my friend texted, "Break a leg." I replied, "Wait, what?" Now I know. It's actually a kind wish. Try this. Next time your friend has a test, say, "break a leg," and see how they react. Moving on to another useful idiom. Bite off more than you can chew. Imagine you try to do 10 things at once. Learn English, work 2 jobs, take care of family. Someone might say, "Hey, you're biting off more than you can chew." It's a gentle way of saying you're doing too much. Be careful. I've done this too. And the result? Burnout. Here's a mini quiz. If your schedule is too full and you're stressed, which idiom fits? 1. Break a leg. 2. Bite off more than you can chew. 3. Cut to the chase answer. Number 2. Next, let's look at what happens when people avoid the main point. Beat around the bush. Ever ask someone a question and they gave you a long answer but never actually answered? That's beating around the bush. It's frustrating, right? I once asked a friend, "Do you think I should move abroad?" And instead of answering, they said, "Well, life is complicated. The economy." And I wanted to shout, "Just tell me what you think." When you just want to get straight to the point, you say, "cut to the chase." That's what I wanted. Cut to the chase, just get to the point. This is one of my favorites. It saves time. You can even say it in a meeting. "Okay, guys, let's cut to the chase. What's the main issue here?" Sometimes people can ruin your happy moments. Another intense one is, when working with others, it's important to, and here's a funny one. Finally, here's idiom number 10. Rain on someone's parade. It means to ruin someone's happy moment. Let's say your friend gets accepted into college and someone says, "But it's not a top school." That's raining on their parade. Ouch. English idioms can teach you kindness too. Now, let's go deeper. Burning the midnight oil. I did this for years. Studying English late at night, in silence, trying to remember phrases. It means staying up late to work or study. Useful idiom, but also a reminder. Don't burn yourself out. Another intense one is skeleton in the closet. This one's intense. It means someone has a dark secret they hide, not something to use every day, but powerful when used right. For example, the politician seemed perfect, but then a skeleton from his past came out. When working with others, it's important to be on the same page. Teamwork, relationships, friendship. This idiom means you understand and agree with each other. I always use this when working on projects. Let's check if we're on the same page before we start. Have a finger in every pie. Funny image, right? It means someone is involved in many different things. I used to think it was a negative idiom, but actually, it can show someone is curious or maybe too busy. And here's a funny one. Do you know someone like that? Hit the nail on the head. It means to say exactly the right thing, to understand something perfectly, like when someone explains an idiom and you think, that's exactly what I needed to hear. You just hit the nail on the head. Let's pause for a second. What's one idiom that confused you the most when learning English? Let me know in the comments. I always learn from your stories too. And here's a quick learning tip. Don't learn idioms alone. Learn them with a scene, a story, a situation. That's how your brain remembers them faster and longer. For example, instead of just memorizing break a leg, remember that actor before the play, shaking with nerves, and someone pats their shoulder. Break a leg. That's how you make it real. Idioms aren't easy. They don't always make sense, but that's what makes them beautiful. And when you use them correctly, even just one, you'll feel this little spark inside, like, wow, that sounded natural. And that's the goal here on From Me to English. Not perfection, but progress. And one small spark at a time. Thanks for being here. Let's keep learning together.